And welcome to this week's edition of Utah Business Matters, your weekly television window to small business in the state of Utah. I'm standing in front of a home. It could be anybody's home. There are so many small businesses in this great state who do business out of their homes, and that's exactly the case with Robert and Margaret Bush. Bush Carpet Cleaning, 44 years and still cleaning strong.
When I walk into a home, I'll look down and see. I notice stains or spills, or what would come out and what would not. It's interesting. Over the years, people will say that stain won't come out of the carpet, and I can look at it and say, yes, it will. When we first started out, I thought, well, it'll be just something to earns a little extra money, and eventually it was the thing that kept us alive and kept us going.
It's interesting to go to work and be with your spouse and then go home and be with your spouse. And so, there's challenges that way, but there's also great benefits.
We bought our first truck mount back around '73, I think. And then we bought 3 vans. All my kids have gone with Dad on jobs, and they would pull hoses, they would run out to the truck, they'd go for this, go for that. And each one claimed to be the best helper for Dad. And I think it was the same way with my brother Dennis, because his boys really helped him quite a bit in working with his line end of the business. And eventually he retired, and his boys took over his portion of the business.
His grandfather owned a orange juice shop and a caramel corn shop. Both of his uncles owned Hale Bakery and worked that business. So there's entrepreneurs throughout his family, and I really think that that's where his love of being, doing business on his own came from.
We have some very faithful customers that have been with us over the years, a long time. They, know that when they call, they could leave their house and know that everything would be fine. And I've had several customers who say, well, just lock up when you leave. And when customers see that you are trying to do the very best work for the best price, they stay with you.
We've talked over the years about, let's do a different price range of cleaning. We'll come in and we'll do, if you just want the basic, we'll just come in and for this price, we'll do the basic, or if you want the really, the medium, we'll do it this good, or if you want the really deluxe, we'll charge you this price and really do it. And our children kind of laughed as we were talking about that, because he can't go in and just do just a once-over job. That's just not him. He's the hardest working person I've ever met in my life.
There are a lot of companies that come into the business. Over the years, we've seen a lot of them. And the good ones stay, and those that are just in it to be in and out, they don't last very long. The best form of advertising is word of mouth. That's what we've depended on for all these years. For 40 years, people referring us to their friends and their neighbors.
It's been very rewarding for us as our children have grown and through our family life. It's been very nice because he has been able to be there with our family. We've been able to be there. And I may have been part of the problem that we haven't grown as big as he dreamed, because I didn't particularly, I wanted to be myself in the home while our children were growing, And to get big, it was always, we need to get an office, we need to get a, you know, and it always, I felt like it was going to take me out of the home.
Over the years, the chemicals have really improved. Like I mentioned about the old shampooer. Shampoo is a dirty word in the industry right now because it leaves so much residue. If you leave residue in the carpet, that's what is the magnet. It will attract dirt. At least once a year, generally for most carpets, is good, but some you could do them 2-3 times a year. Increase business to get our name out there and let people know that we're still in it for the long haul. There's a lot of things I would have done differently. You always look at your business and you say, well, I wished I had done that, or wished I had done that. And that's the good thing about being in business. It's up to you. It's up to you what you do and how you increase your business and what effect you make on your customers, how you can best help them.
I know that Rob's always dreamed of passing it on to one of his kids.
I would like to see it going again where we've got a good customer base, where we can run several vehicles out there, both commercial and residential. My son-in-law is interested in coming in with us and keep the business going.
You know, we both would like to see it continue and grow, and whether it be just that we run the business and have employees, or if one of our children, or would like to carry it on, I think that would just be a nice thing.
The biggest thing that I really enjoy is taking a carpet and changing a room. When you walk in and you see a nice clean carpet, beforehand it was dirty and pretty soiled, and that's pretty satisfying, and especially when the customers say, wow, I didn't think it'd ever come that way, come clean again. I don't think I'd trade it for anything, because we had the time and the means to be able to do things with our families that if you had a 9-to-5 job, you just sometimes couldn't do.